Hello, so welcome to this Cerberus Testing on-demand webinar on the product overview, and my objective will be to guide you through the tool, through the main screen use case feature and what problem it is solving, with the key mantra, so stop coding and start testing. So just as a brief introduction to explain you where and how where Cerberus is coming from, so the story behind Cerberus is that it's reference to the Greek mythology of the three-headed dog that is the guardian of the hell, and the idea from the tool when it was released in open source with this name, it was ready to use it as a guard of your production and your digital system and user experiences. And at that time, it was able to do three types of automated tests, so web, API, and data store testing. Right now, it is a bit more. We can do, for example, web, mobile app, desktop, API, and data store testing. But like that, you have the story of what is behind the solution. So let's start. We'll go through the main screen, and what I want to show you is here really how to stop coding and start testing. So here we are on the main screen, and what is written is really open and collaboration test management, and this is really what we had in mind when we started Cerberus testing. It was really to avoid the silo between test repository, test execution, and test reporting. So and this is what you will be able to see through those different screen and features. So it was really to have something on a web interface available to business, developer, and testing team. And as you can see here, all your test cases and references directly inside Cerberus. There is a short description that you can define as a use case type way. So like as a user, I'm able to do this and verify that this feature is working as expecting. You can see there is a colon status that enables you to manage the workflow of your testing implementation. And you can also arrange them between folders. And an interesting feature is that if you have your test today managed in other solution, you are able to import them easily, and it supports HTML format documents, so in other tools, or also the one coming from, for example, Word documents, and you are able to keep all of them there. So if we continue a bit inside the screen, if we go inside the test case, so here it's a very simple one, but it's for the sake of the demonstration. There is three main components inside the Cerberus test case. So there is the steps, which is a group of action and control. So the steps are on the left part, and then the action are in blue and the control in green. And you can combine as much as you want inside the test case. And this is where we see that the tool is really keyword-driven testing, because you see that you only specify a keyword for the key action to be performed, and then you are able to specify the various execution parameters that can be dynamically configured, etc. And as you can see, a good point is that you are able to define your step in plain English or your favorite language, and then yourself or someone a bit more technical can then go and implement and do the technical implementation of the keyword you just defined. So if I go, for example, here, you will see a key feature of Cerberus that enables to have a fast test composition and library within the organization, is that the test library is something that enables you to have a series of steps, so group of action and control that you reuse across your various tests. And something you can do is that if you have people that are really good at designing tests, they can do the good design. Then the same people or QA engineers can do a very technical implementation of the specific test, if it's for web, mobile, API, or other such of action you want to perform. And then even your test analyst or business then can go here and compose test by selecting the key use case they want to use. So as you can see here, you have some available. And you can just select them and compose easily then your test case with this type of composition. And the other key advantage of this technique is that when you want then to implement test, you just have to compose your test, and it's also when there is a change of your application, let's say to a specific field, you just have to update your test composition and it's working directly. So now we'll move to the second part, which is the test reporting, and here I'm on the main screen of reporting. And I will go through the screen to explain the key capabilities of Cerberus testing in terms of execution. So as you can see, you can easily see the various test cases you available. You can select them like that, or you can also group your tests in a campaign if you decide to. And something interesting is that the same test case can be run in different environments, and an environment, a test environment, is with different variables. You have really the concrete physical environment, is it QA, UAT, production, you name it, like you want in the tool, it's fully customizable. Then you can choose also the country you want to execute your test, and you can execute on one or more country with a single click. And this is quite useful to scale your test automation, like that you have a single test definition, you are then able to execute on a variety of devices and test context. And then what we'll see a bit below is that you are able to select different robots. And if we take the case of web testing, this is where, for example, you are able to run really cross-browser testing. So if you select Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, etc., all the tests you have selected in your particular environment will be scaled in parallel in the context you have decided to use. And you have a flexibility of implementation for your parallel or even a singular test execution. You can use a local device farm or a remote one. So for example, for a local one, you can have a local Selenium hub available, or even a Selenium grid if you have a more powerful machine. Or you can have, for example, a remote Selenium hub, a remote Selenium, or even integrate with Cobiton, Browser Stack, Lambda Test, and other type of partners we are readily available with. And it is the exact same logic for mobile application testing, so you can have the Appium Hub locally or remotely, or integrate with the typical third parties to do that. And in the same way with CQD, difference is that for API and database, their Cerberus will connect directly to them until you have the proper connector and credential, etc. accesses available. So if we go a bit below in the execution setting, we'll see there is a variety of parameters that are available. You can specify, for example, a tag to be able to choose easily your test. You can have a specific level of verbosity to be able to have detailed traceability inside the solution. You can have screenshots that are explicitly defined inside your test, but you can also want to do a screenshot for every failed action or control, for example, but you can also say, I want to do a screenshot for every action and control, and you can define that inside the execution parameter to avoid to have complex test case, because it's not the responsibility of the test case to do that. And we have also the capability to record and replay some specific test video. Then, in terms of traceability, we have a variety of options available. You can have the access to the patch source, the robot log. Also, you can define specific timeouts that override the specific one you have in your Cerberus configuration. And you can also, for specific use case, implement some retries you can have, so up to 3. And then you can have a priority mechanism, because you have a queue management inside Cerberus of your test. So there is 2 levels. There is a transversal queue that will limit the number of parallel execution you want based on your infrastructure. But you can also, the queue is also managing, for example, dependencies between tests you could have. Sometimes it happens. For example, it's a case that happens with batch system or with end-to-end tests, when you have various systems that need to perform asynchronously and you need to wait for one test to execute before the other one. And as you see in the last parameter, there is an option for manual execution that you can decide to have hybrid automated and manual test, or you can also have only manual tests in Cerberus, and then the person will need to say if the different action and controls are working fine. In our case, it's an automated test, and the only thing we do when we define all the parameters and selected our test and context is to click here, and we'll see that the execution is launched directly in parallel, managed by the queue. On the right, there is a VNC viewer you can easily configure to see the tests that are running. And all the action I am doing here, you can also do them with a remote execution, so API mechanism, also via an external script, but also via a CI/CD like Jenkins, Azure DevOps, and other type of standard integration that we are directly available. And as it is API, you can integrate with a custom script if you desire to. There is API for the various parts of Cerberus testing, so test repository, test execution, and test reporting. So as you can see, we are still in the web application, and we can see the whole set of tests that are executed. And what is interesting here is that we don't have external reporting or an external tool to go to see the report. It's natively available and it's real time, so you can have those type of dashboard, for example, also if you are running specific campaign on a regular basis. Then we can access directly to a test case trace and report just by clicking here. So this is what I just did now. And for example, here I will click, I arrive on the test, access, and I see that I have access to the full log of action and controls that was performed, the timing, the different variables that were calculated, for example, if you have some specific data that are retrieved in SQL, etc. And then you have various tabs that are available here, and you can see all the calculated properties, you can have the detail, you can have all the log of the robot that was executed, and a specific feature of Cerberus testing is that you are able to collect the network traffic, so all the log from the console. So it's typically very useful, for example, when you want, and it's usually done manually, that you do a test on the web browser, and then you need to manually open the web console of your browser to see if there was some API error, HTTP error loading of CSS, that type of stuff. Or you want, for example, to know which third party is taking too long to load, etc. With Cerberus, we have the network traffic that can be collected natively, and this enables you to implement action and control based on this content. And here I will show that you have access to the all information automatically that you normally access manually in a browser. But what you can do after is you can implement a series of control in those various type of content, HTTP status, size, etc. To, for example, say, I want my test to be failing if I have my home page is loading in more than 3 seconds. And this is very important and very useful, and you can do that in transversal journey. So if you say, for example, if I do a search an item, put in my basket and order, and this take more than 1 minute in a traditional use case, I can put a warning or a failed of my test case. You can do that on non-regression or also in production. So quite useful, and you see all the data you have here are then available to implement control. And then we have another level of, so a bit more step back than the traditional test reporting we see on the campaign and a specific test case. We have what we call test analytics, and on this area the goal is to see trends and a bit more overtime of specific test or campaign execution, and you can take a larger period of time. So here in our case we took specific days for one test case, and you can filter if you want on country third parties. And what you can see is that you can see, for example, and answer the type of question like, does my tests are running on a regular basis? Are they running fine? Do I have OK or KO? Do we have some specific differences in the state or response time or execution time in a specific test context, for example, in a specific test environment, in QA versus UAT, or between countries, between UK or Portugal, for instance. And you can see here directly that with this dashboard. And then you have also the status OKKO that is available. And you have also here the performance graph of requests that is quite useful when we want to do this type of testing. So we went through the main screen of Cerberus testing. So really to stop coding and start testing, we focused on providing you a web interface that go from test repository, test execution, and test reporting in a single interface that you can leverage easily locally on-premise or in the cloud. And so the 5 type of tests that you are able to do is web, mobile app, API, data and data store. So those are the really key tests you can do, including the desktop one, which was the latest typology. We are compatible with the main CI/CD pipelines. You are able to define campaign. There is also the test scheduling that is available, and again all the traceability, replay, etc. A feature we didn't share in this video is there is some enterprise features like auditing, logging of all the action done inside Cerberus. You can also integrate with LDAP or ADI connector, so it's quite useful for companies. And then as all your data are available inside the database, if you need to do specific BI or other type of reporting, you are able to easily implement connector. So in this page you can start easily to use Cerberus testing, so get it rid of all the time to set up and implement the infrastructure just by going to this page, cerberustesting.com/start, and we are available on the various social medias that you can see on the right, so if you prefer video format, or blog posts, or articles, or even the documentation of our site, just feel free to browse our media or to interact with us by contacting us on the Slack, for example. The community is quite active, so feel free if you have any feedback or question. We'll be really happy to hear from you, and happy testing! Bye bye!